Welcome to All In, a news production of KNSU TV at Nicholls State University. I'm your host this week, Connor Justclair. A Thibodeau police officer was arrested Tuesday for allegedly stealing $5,000 from the local police chapter while serving as the treasurer, state police said. Officials said Shane Savant used the police organization's bank card to purchase personal items. Savant was booked on counts of theft and illegal transmission of monetary funds. He resigned from the police department a day before his arrest and is currently being held in the Lafourche Parish Correctional Complex. Andrew Athias performed in Bad Bunny's Super Bowl halftime show as a Bush, a job that has gone viral on TikTok and is rumored to have had over 5,000 applicants. Over 40,000 applicants. Athias shares his experience.
40,000 people are rumored to have applied for the Super Bowl halftime job. The gig, be a Bush, but not just any Bush. One in Bad Bunny's Super Bowl halftime show.
Like this is just the arm piece. Like this is just what goes on my arm here. There's another arm piece that we get, and then there's a headpiece and a backpack and a tunic and a shoulder. Like it's a whole process.
Athias flew around 2,500 miles from Philadelphia to San Francisco for the job.
The requirements were you had to be between 5'7" and 6 foot, no bigger, no smaller, and you had to be somewhat athletic and marching band experience, which I kind of had, and also comfortable with wearing a 45-pound costume and not claustrophobic.
Athias says organizers opted to use people instead of carts with props, since there's a limit to how many can be on the field at once. But one of the hardest parts, he says, was keeping the gig a secret.
It was a very serious NDA. They dropped like 40 people from this because there were people that shared stuff on TikTok.
While he didn't get to personally meet Bad Bunny, he says just playing a small part in the show was more than enough.
As a Jamaican, being surrounded by, people of all these different cultures and ethnicities and, a Puerto Rican superstar that is, on a global scale, we all feel like, we're Puerto Rican, last night. But at the same time, we all felt human. We all felt like we were people of the same planet.
40,000 people.
This weekend isn't just about the big game. It is also about helping puppies find forever homes. During Puppy Bowl 22, Rick Damagella hits the field.
Down at the fluff end zone, Oscar is, I'm not sure what he's doing.
Are you ready for some puppies? Puppy Bowl 22 takes the field this weekend.
RuPaul, who is still in the tunnel, is mesmerized by his teammates' moves.
A furry rivalry from last year continues.
With Team Rough and Team Fluff, there is a rivalry going on, as there has been for 11 years. That's how long we've been keeping score. Team Rough last year lost in heartbreaking fashion to Team Fluff in the final seconds of the game.
Let the Pro Dog halftime showdown begin.
I can never predict what's going to happen. It's really a true toss-up every year, but I can tell you who seems to want it more this year is Team Rough. And as far as the roster itself, we have our biggest roster ever at 150 dogs.
Strawberry, that's a penalty for emptying the water bowl, okay? It's puppy football, not puppy swim club.
This year we have a huge amount of rescues, 72 different shelters from across the country, Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands, that are involved, and they all say that because of being on Puppy Bowl, their rescues took in many more, either adoption inquiries, donations, volunteers, advocacy. So everything gets a boost as a result of Puppy Bowl.
It's football. Only better.
In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damagella.
We'll be right back after a short break to talk local sports.
Every year, thousands of tons of litter are thrown from our cars onto the unsuspecting wildlife below. Polluting our wetlands and cluttering our forests. Please reconsider and don't litter.
Ow, she's our friend.
You're only killing our wildlife.
Tailgating in Louisiana is punishable by a hefty fine. This is followed by rising insurance costs and a possible loss of a driver's license. Wouldn't you rather spend your money on clothes, entertainment, food, books? We believe you'd rather spend your money elsewhere.
This message is brought to you by the Louisiana Department of Transportation and Development.
Welcome back to All In. Last week was National Signing Day, where many local athletes signed letters of intent to play at the collegiate level. It was a milestone day for Edie White. The Cardinals had 2 athletes make their college plans official. 2 Cardinals are officially moving on to the collegiate level. Baseball standout Carter Douglas is signing with Delgado, and football standout Charlie Dietrich is committing to Nichols.
It's always very special. We're always very proud to send kids onto the next level. Listen, I will readily admit we don't have a ton of D1 players, a ton of players who are going to go play on the next level. But when we have them, we celebrate them, and that's what today's about. Obviously, a very intense player, strong physical kid. I think what's underrated about Charlie is the ability to move side to side, cover the entire football field. So, you know, as I said many times, we look for that guy who can run, who's a physical presence in the middle of our defense, and that's why Charlie played there for us.
Everything. I mean, I've just been working for this since I can remember, so it's huge. I'm ready to test and see how good I am. I know playing at the higher level, it'll be hard, but I'm ready for it.
Carter's just a great kid and a great teammate, just a great teammate. He's sneaky athletic. You know, you saw him in our offense at fullback mostly, running dive and things like that. But when we put him at slot this year, you really saw his athleticism. And that translates on a baseball field. And that's why Delgado signed him.
Oh, man. Definitely mom and dad are up there for sure, pushing me to be the best version of myself every day, not just in sports, but as being a good person. And all my coaches really that have came along the way in any sport that have motivated me to just be the best version of myself, and I give a lot of praise to every coach along the way. I think little me is just smiling that the dream came true and that all the hard work's paid off, and you know, I'm excited for what the future holds.
Reporting for KNSU TV, I'm Connor Justclair. 2 Cardinals are... Nichols football wrapped up its 2026 signing day. The Colonels added 45 players to the program. Nichols football wrapped up their 2026 signing class. 45 players put pen to paper officially joining the Colonels roster.
34 of the 44 guys that we signed that we're announcing today are from a 3-hour radius from this campus. And if they're not from that radius, they're probably pretty big or pretty fat. The climate has changed in college football, and I think you're going to start to see bigger signing classes, both from a transfer standpoint and then also, you know, going out and still recruiting the developmental high school players that you want to build your program around. So I think when you combine those 2 things together, that's how you get to 44 and 45 players. Yeah, it's incredible the amount of change there is constantly throughout from day to day, and how everybody's situation may change. A guy becomes available that wasn't available, or you know, you just got to be organized. You got to be up front. You got to be really ahead of it on all the different areas, from high school to transfer to junior college, all that different stuff. You're always looking for where's the opportunity for us as a program to sign the very best players that we can. And with the changing climate of college football, that opportunity is in the high schools, especially when you're in such a talent-rich state, in such a talent-rich area, where you don't have to go too far to find some really good football players that you can win a lot of football games with, and we've proven that over time here at Nichols. Yeah, very excited. We got a great group coming back. The team is working incredibly hard every day in the off-season program, and just focusing on where we're at in the year. I mean, right now, you know, the plays themselves, the depth charts, all those things aren't important. It's about building a strong foundation, and so that's where our focus is, and when we get to spring ball, we'll definitely be excited to get started.
Reporting for KNSU TV, I'm Connor Justclair. That's all we have for this week's show. Don't forget to tune in next time, and remember, go Colonels.